The Associate Vice Chancellors for Business Services and Information Technology gathered staff from their respective departments, the Business Service Center and IT Shared Services, in the Gateway Ballroom at University of North Texas June 29th for a town hall meeting to highlight the accomplishments seen from those two shared services departments within the UNT system.
I think what the biggest improvement has been is that we've had the subject matter experts into the campus be able to bring all their best practices together. And so the great things they were doing on the campuses have gotten even better because they've really been able to share all the good things they were doing and kind of make it into one even better product and support for their clients.
And I don't think anyone really had any expectation that we would move as far, as fast as we have. I was thinking as I was preparing for today's remarks, in November we came together and we celebrated what we had done in 3 short months. In February we came together and we had still more to celebrate. Now here we are in June and we've got the entire shared services organization, over 300 people convened to have a meal, to talk about the success that we've incurred thus far, and to talk about the plans we have for the future. It's a very exciting time to work in the UNT system, and I'm proud that we've come as far as we have.
UNT System Chancellor Lee Jackson also attended the meeting, offering his own words of support for the efforts of the BSC and ITSS.
A lot of people on our campuses are accustomed to getting together to have PowerPoint slideshows, but it's about student success, it's about athletics, it's about marketing. They would find us a rather weird group of people that would want to get together in a room and get all excited about how we're changing the payroll processing. When we started this discussion about process review, I didn't know as much about it as I should have, and a lot of people really did push back. Well, one of them said, and this is a quote, "We've got a lot of opportunities in this university. You're talking about counting paper clips." Counting paper clips. $500,000 in the first year, but the attitude was, you know, if we go and change the way we do payroll, it just doesn't mean that much. What does that do in the classroom? What does that do in the laboratory? What does that do in the library? Well, it frees up $500,000 that can go straight into the academic pursuits. Do you really want us to have an inefficient payroll system, purchasing system, human resource system? You like spending more than we need to on those functions. Well, I'm just not sure it's there. Well, I hope we've made some believers in this first year.
Just over 300 staff members from the two departments attended the meeting, as well as senior administrators from the UNT system, which gave the respective vice chancellors the opportunity to highlight some accomplishments from their shared services departments. Among the major accomplishments in IT shared services was the creation of an IT governance council, a process that usually can take more than a year to establish.
Okay, it's a major undertaking. We didn't expect to complete it this quickly. We really expected it to take between 1.5 years to get it functional. And it's now functioning after near 7 months, with committees actually making real decisions. We've actually reached a consensus with the chief financial officers of the institutions and the system vice chancellor on the formulas and the metrics that we will use to calculate those costs. And everyone has agreed to those. And so for the first time ever, we've actually did that calculation for our current year budget and parceled up our budget and sent invoices to the campuses, and everyone was good with their amount, which is a giant step forward.
Donna Asher, Associate Vice Chancellor for Business Services, noted her excitement in the establishment and operations of the Business Service Center over the past 10 months.
We have moved forward, we've kept going, and we've made progress in spite of. So I think we have exceeded the expectations and goals. As a matter of fact, we were preparing our report for the Shared Service Council meeting, the last one. We're going through our successes, and Terry had to pause and make the same statement. He said, you know what, we would have just been good just to still be here, you know, to still be an organization. Well, we got some really good feedback at the Shared Service Council, which includes the presidents, the chancellor, the chief financial officers, and the chief academic officers. And the most positive piece about that is we're returning money to the campuses. So our savings is helping generate income back to the campuses. So when we're successful, they become successful.
Clearly, the cooperation between business services and IT shared services is paramount to our success. that was a fundamental tenet when we put the organization together, that IT and the BSC would work hand in hand, because the BSC business model is built around leveraging technology. The ITSS core platform is providing technology to allow us to do provide our services better. So the marriage to me was very natural. One without the other, I think we wouldn't be nearly as far along as we are today. And so I think the future is very bright for us.
So that there are people who care about the work that you do, that it is not invisible, that these services are really critical, that the Board of Regents is proud, I'm proud, we're going to make sure some other people in the state of Texas are proud of what you're doing.